He said, Hashem, Baruch Hashem, we're back at David Chai over here after Arvit. He said, we're going to be continuing in Siman Reish Lamed Bet in Halachot Mincha. We'll start off with the Siv Katan of Mishnah Brura Chap Aleph 21. He said, Shemaya tonight is already 25th of the month of Cheshvan, Monday night going into Tuesday, third day of the week of Parashat Shabbat, Parashat Toldot, Bezat Hashem. So starts off the Mishnah Brura in Siv Katan Chap Aleph. We said in Shulchan Aruch, right? We said in what is it? He's going on the Rema now. That say Yesh Cholkim Usvira Lehud Esvoda Ktana Mutar. Right? Even if you want to start Lechatchila, says Rema, it's allowed. Remember, Shulchan Aruch said it's asur, but if you start, it's not a problem. But it's asur to start. Suda Mincha before Mincha Ktana.
30 minutes before.
30 minutes before. Even there, right? Mm-hmm. So says over here, the Mishnah Brura says Suda Ktana is mutar, Rama. So he's explaining. What it did, according to those opinions, Tispore Dida Namishare Samuch Lemincha Gedolah. So according to this explanation, that if you're saying the Suda Ktana is allowed before Mincha Gedolah, so according to that, so the Tispore and haircut also is allowed before Mincha Gedolah. ואין אסור אלא תספורת של בין אל עשה שהיא מלאכה גדולה. So he says there's a certain type of haircut that takes a lot of time to do. Some kind of, like I guess maybe today equivalent like Elvis Presley maybe. Elvis Presley haircut. You know that's a lot of techniques. Or you know those the Schwarz you know that they could actually make a painting out of hair.
Yeah.
You know those crazy things. Those could take hours.
Yeah.
So this is okay.
I think so. You pass. So ben elasa shehi melacha gedola. So if it's a big job, like let's say the guy is maybe he's a promoter. A logo. Yeah, he's a promoter. He gets paid. Yeah, some people, you never know. The guy is getting paid for promoting in the back of his head some
barbershop,
some logo, whatever it is. So that's a long time. So that in that case, he's not supposed to start even before Mincha Gedolah. What about shower, the bathhouse? Davka kol milta lemirchatz asur az, aval leazia b'al mashari. So again, before Mincha Gedolah, you should not even go to a bathhouse. Before Mincha Gedolah.
AK spa, modern times.
Spa, yeah, that again, you could get carried away because you remember. So hot makes you asleep.
Yeah.
Hot water makes you fall asleep, especially steam and the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you're going to be afraid that you're going to fall asleep and skip Mincha. That's going to be the problem.
Yeah.
However, if you're going in there just to sweat, the rabbi says, it will be allowed. Bursiki, what about business transaction? Davka bursiki gedolah, that specifically going to if it's a big warehouse where they manufacture or they boil the leather, that would be a problem. They're going into the big one because again, you have so many different equipment, different machines. Who knows what's going to be? V'din davka atchalad din. Okay, what about judgments? You should not start before Mincha Gedolah to start the whole diyun from the beginning. Meaning, to start fresh, you shouldn't start before praying Mincha Gedolah.
Anytime.
The judgments, yeah, beitin. שצריך בזה שיהיו הרבה, וכאשר נשמי יעבור על ידי זה הזמן. We're afraid that if even if you're going to start before סמוך למנחה, again, we're talking about starting 12 o'clock. If you start at 10 o'clock in the morning, it's not a problem. We're talking specifically within the time frame of half hour before Mincha Gedolah, like today would be 12:05. You want to start 12:05, the judgment of a new case, the beitin should not hear before they pray Mincha Gedolah. But if they're starting at 11:45 even, that will be okay. The problem is the half hour within the period.
It can be even a 10-minute difference.
Yeah, that will be fine. As long as you're not within that half hour period. Where the samuch means the half hour before, that's it. Okay? But once they already elaborated, so they're starting the next day already, they just wanted to catch up a few things here and there, that's not a problem. Because remember, everybody wants to tell you a full life story, and that's what we were afraid of at the beginning. But once already all the life stories passed through, everything went through, now you're just going to maybe elaborate what's the case, what's the ra'ayot, proofs from different sfarim, that will be allowed to be done, even before Mincha Gedolah. They'll be allowed because we're not afraid that they're going to be sitting and missing missing anything. Today would not be even a problem, especially when most Batei Dinim are in the yeshivas or around the area of the yeshivas, right? In the office, whatever it is. And then they go back to the seder, they're going back to the learning, or it's in koilo, whatever it is. So that should be also room for allowance. Chav bet. So look at Ramai says that ve'eno asur. So that's the mutar. So why is mutar? A small meal. Hainu samuch lemincha gedola. This is specifically talking about, according to Ramah, that it's permitted before mincha gedola. ואחר מכן עד סמוך למנחה קטנה, אבל סמוך למנחה קטנה שהוא מתחילת שעה עשירית ומעלה, גם לדידי הוא אסור. Well, according to Ramah, it would also be prohibited. According to him, it's prohibited to start. According to him, it will be prohibited to start before mincha qtana, half hour. So, right, so we have 3:30. Zohar, if you sit here, you're not on the video. Don't worry. If you're video shy, don't worry. We're facing. No, actually, sit here. Yeah, you'll be. Yeah, sorry. If you're video shy, I'll put it away. You want? No, okay, good. So, so again, so according to Ramah, if you want to start, let's say 3:30 is 9.5 hours. So half hour before that, even that you cannot start Mincha Qtana. So that's the night. You hear what's going on here? You cannot start Mincha Qtana, even before Mincha Qtana. גם לזה הוא אסור בכל אלה, ואפילו בדיעבד הם התחילו, אז מפסיקים כשיגיע הזמן למנחה קטנה. So let's say you start at 3:15, your sandwich. It's time to do 3:30 mincha, came time mincha qtana. According to Ramah, he is strict, he must end and do prayer and then continue.
So you
Don't be
No, we don't. That's not mafsik. Tefillah is not hefsek. I know what you're saying. A beautiful question. Yeah. This question is very much comes apparent when you have Seudat Shema Brachot. They call for 8 o'clock. Usually people gather at 8 o'clock. They wash and they until they wait the Chatan. Everybody's coming. Little by little, it takes time. 9 o'clock, they want to Arvit. Want to do Arvit. You know? So we don't mechayev them to say Birkat Hamazon to do Arvit. They want to do Arvit. And again, don't forget, they're holding back the whiskey because you don't want to daven after you're drunk.
Meaning you stop for Arvit, then you continue to sleep.
Yes, that's very common in Shema Brachot. Because again, it's not called hefsek. Prayer is not a hefsek. And don't forget, it's also okay.
Yeah, it's the Raita.
The what?
Birkat Hamazon. There's the Raita, so you for sure, even if.
But that doesn't solve a problem of hefsek. He's asking a perfectly legitimate question. Interruption is not so pashut.
Yeah.
Not so simple. Once you see Yachdat from the Suda, you have to wash again and hamotzi again for the meal, even though you did not bench. But once you concluded or if you interrupted your meal, it would be room for washing again and making a new bracha. But everybody agrees that in regards to maybe going out of business, also it concerns if somebody's staying by the meal. It's not that's a siman that everybody's coming back. Yeah. If all male just came out, I don't know if women are mitzvah, also mitzvah. There's opinions, different ways to go. But again, this is a big problem. If let's say everybody steps out of the meal,
they stay
let's say you're in a sukkah. Everybody's sitting in the sukkah. Chas v'shalom, a child starts screaming and it looks like a car crash. Everybody comes out. Everybody comes out to go see what's going on, right? In the middle of the meal, you have a problem. It's a shiloh. They have to come back to wash their hands again. Even in the middle of the meal, that's you're leaving the place of the blidat. The old heterim is that you're coming from your house going to Sadash the shul. The whole heterim over there is not so pashut. You can't just in the middle of your meal pick up and go somewhere else. So there is a heterim that
you have in mind when you're washing.
When you're washing, you have in mind there's some heterim. There are heterim. You take some bread from your house, go to shul. So you eat bread with you on the way or something like that. At least you carry it with you. Yeah. Obviously there is a roof. There's other heterim, but again, do you see that it's very important?
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that he's asking this question. The prayer is not called hefsek. Okay. Chav Gimel. Now says Ramah.
If you're in the same place.
Not necessarily.
You can, for example, get up and go across the street
To shul and come back,
yes.
yes, that's what we're talking about.
And come back.
Yeah. If that's what your purpose is, you obviously after prayer you're gonna come back meal. You didn't end your meal. We're concerned that you're ending your meal. You're gonna say, wait a minute, there was a crash outside of my house. Why wouldn't I want to go see what's going on? Maybe somebody needs help. And yes, that's right. You just said that. That's the secret. Somebody might need your help. You forsake your meal and you're gonna drive that person to the hospital. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
So here you're already saying yourself. Your curiosity killed the kid, right? The curiosity killed the kid. You want to go out there to you're claiming that you want to go help somebody. Good. So that's the hefsek. That's the end of the Suda.
Yeah.
That moment, that thought in your process. You're going out there for nothing? So we're going to punish you. What do you mean? So that's hefsek also.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22. Because he's trying to say, like Zohar said, I'm going to pray Mincha, or Arvik, I'm going to come back. Over here, so I'm going to go outside to help somebody who's in danger, but I'm going to come back. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You made a hefsek. The heter is only for the tefillah. For prayer, the Rachamim say for tefillah,
So what
it's
do you
not
do?
response.
Wash your hands and do the dining?
Yes. Yes. That's
Say it that, and then you say Hamotzi also?
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Even though you didn't say Bechad Hamazon yet.
No, but you might see of that. That's it. You finish your suda when you're left.
Yeah. So basically, the key thing to remember is the
Then I'll
tefillah.
say-
If you're gonna do tefillah, you're allowed. Is not considered a hefsek.
Yeah, what do you want to ask?
One second, Bechad Hamazon is mitzvah d'oraita.
That's
You can't
right.
You can't just start another Seudah.
No. One second. You're not patur from benching. Let's say you went outside and you went to the hospital. You have to bench in the hospital because it's all right.
Okay.
Good, but you're not patur. But the end of the meal is the end of the meal. It's like
But
anything.
that means you're still, if you didn't say Bechad Hamazon, you're still in the middle of Seudah.
No, once you end, you end it. It doesn't matter what your what's the name. Once you ended officially the meal, you want to eat again. Let's say you're sitting at the table, and this is very important, as many people make a mistake. Listen to this. The balabos, the owner of the house, is the king of the house, right? Meaning he's in charge of the meal. He decides all the noot. He decides everything, but it comes with a condition that everybody is going to say, okay. Now, okay. They finish the meal, they finish baksh, eat nice baksh, you know what that is baksh?
Yeah.
Okay, they eat the baksh, he thinks, he says, you know what? Mappa, birkat hamazon, mayim achronim chova. And everybody, he says, mayim achronim, everybody says, chova. What do they say? They all agree to bench. And as they're about to prepare to bench, his wife comes in. What did you do? My dear love, I have mantu, habibi. I have mantu. We just ate plov. This is just the main course is still coming. Mantu. There is lola. There is shish kebab. There is kebab. Come on, what are you doing here? What is the halacha? Since they all agreed to bench, and let's say they didn't agree. You're right. They didn't agree, but the boss said, "I'm benching." He is completely finished to himself. If they all agree, they have to go wash their hands again without benching, before benching.
Even though you didn't do my Achronim.
Doesn't matter, you just said it. You see Mesayem Suda, you completed your Suda, you must go to the sink, wash again, Natilat Yadayim, Matzliach Yadayim,
All
only
he did was say
if you know you're going to
Alachot.
eat 50, no, he didn't mean that, obviously. If he's going to plan to eat 56 grams, he makes only Natilat Yadayim. But usually in this kind of instance, he's going to eat only 29 grams, or 28 grams, the kazait, right? There he doesn't make only Natilat Yadayim. He just
Oh,
makes,
you mean,
About-
let's say there was stuff left. She was going to bring meat, whatever.
yeah. I'm sure he's not going to plan to eat the 60 grams of bread, 56 grams required from the Seyam Natilat Yadayim. So in that case, he would just wash his hands properly 6 times. 1, 2, 3, the whole. Same thing here. Wipe it good, no bracha. Comes back, Matzliach in haaretz, start the meal again.
No bracha.
On Natilat Yadayim because
He's going to have only a kazayit.
99% he's not going to eat kazayit anymore. He's already ate loaf. Who's going to eat kazayit? Yeah, Mr. Kazayit he's going to eat, but he cannot just take a bite enough. No.
Or he could just come back and not eat bread. He could come back and not have
But
a Seudah.
there's a problem.
Oh yeah, we're talking about.
There's a problem. He cannot make a bracha on the mantu. Because if he can't say mezonot,
Mantu
because
is it?
mezonot is included in the birkat hamazon. There's a whole, he got into spekot. Problem is, he can't
Not
say,
on the table yet.
no, his wife is going to bring it up now. He can't say small brachot and then say birkat hamazon all of them. He cannot, that's not the chatchila, he cannot do such things. It has to be that he says
We
to
do it
receive.
for dessert though. Like
Right, yeah,
same
so
as
that's a lot of machlokot in that.
after Birkat Hamazon.
Before Birkat Hamazon is a problem.
After Birkat Hamazon.
After Birkat Hamazon, if it's Shabbat,
Yes.
it's the best thing.
Yeah, you pick up
So just right now we said after Birkat Hamazon, you cannot say Mazonot.
Who said that? No, we said before he benches Birkat Hamazon. Remember, he owes Hashem Birkat Hamazon from the first meal.
Mamti is not dessert.
Right, that's another problem. That's another one. And even a cake is not is a problem to make a bracha. Let's say on Shabbat they start serving you cakes. In my family we have a institute that you have to bench before you make any brachot. Because all those tzvekot, only fruits, only things that are not edible. Anything that has mizonot in it, it's edible. And therefore hamotzi is going to cover it. And it's a problem, even if it has a lot of cream, you cannot make a bracha on it. I know Ashkenazim are mekil. Some Sephardim follow that, I don't know why. It's asur. Make a bracha on mizonot, on a cake. Even if it's a small, let's say it's a whole big pot of a cheesecake, you have a little doubt.
Moroccans are always a little Ashkenaz.
Yeah, Ashkenazim, Moroccans are full Ashkenazim, so don't pay attention to that. Okay, now.
We can say that now.
What?
I think it's the only time in Shul.
I know
There's no Moroccans at the table.
What? They object to that theory?
No.
They're very much full of Ashkenazim.
Yeah.
I always thought only Syrians are like Ashkenazim, but now I know the Moroccans are also. I'm a little bit more weary now. Okay. I'm not talking about shidduchim. What are you talking about? You kidding me? I don't want my children to be stuck. I don't want myself to be stuck with mechutanim Moroccans. What am I going to do with them? I was going to go to them. Yeah, I was there. I was this year. We were davening there. Simchat Torah. What the rabbi did to me, a new rabbi came. He became a new Moroccan shul. Until now, it was not Moroccan. Now the rabbi new came. Okay, he's reviving the Moroccan style. What did he do? Right in the middle of Simchat Torah, he did the Achrazat Morid Geshem. In the middle, before started Musa, literally Ashkenazim. I'm like, do me a favor, keep yours to yourself. I'm a very old, I'm an old-fashioned person. They do Tikkun Atar before Musa. The guy said Kaddish, the Chazan said Kaddish. Then they opened the Echal and they did Tikkun Atar, which is a second itself. It's a Mishaneh. I got very angry. The rabbi said, that's what the Rabbi Ovadia is screaming about. It's Mishaneh Medbeah.
Yeah. See, the Rabbi Ovadia was like very hard.
Again, you change it. This is not the way of the Tikkun Tefillah. Tikkun Atar is done before Kaddish, before Ashrei even, and then you have Ashrei, then you have Kaddish, and then you have Musaf. You can't do what they did. This is what
Rabbi
they did.
Shabani is from the Ben Ishchai.
No, but Rabbi Ovadia was screaming against that many years.
Yeah.
And he defeated it. But some old Moroccans holding onto their wits and they don't care.
Or the blessing before Rosh Chodesh.
So what did they?
No, that's not wrong.
You're saying what did they do? They put the Sefer Torah back and then they did?
No, then they said Kaddish and they opened the Sefer Torah again and then they said Tikkun Atar. Yeah, I was very upset and I said, you know what, do me a favor, not anymore. I'm not praying with the Moroccans anymore. On Yom Tov, do me a favor. Okay, Chav Gimel. Ve'eno Asur, what does that mean? רק בסעודת נישואין או מילה. So it's mutar to start סעודה קטנה according to Rama before מנחה גדולה, but it's going to be אסור before מנחה גדולה for סעודה גדולה נישואין למילה. What does that mean? היינו ולדידהו אינו אסור להתחיל סמוך למנחה גדולה אלא סעודה גדולה. So according to Rama you are prohibited to start even great meal before מנחה גדולה, before 12:30 according to Rama. הוא דווקא שצריך שההוא רב על כן הישן שם יימשך הרבה עד שיעבור הזמן. Because again he holds, the Ramah is very strict, he holds that we're afraid that it's going to start great, again, we're specifically talking within the half hour problem. Let's say you want to start Chatuna, you want to start a Brit Milah meal at 11 o'clock. Not a problem. Even it's going to be a 6-hour event, it's still going to be no problem.
Yeah.
Even according to Ramah. The problem is Ramah is starting within the medium period of after Chatzot, within the half hour. After Chatzot. That's not the problem. But he is, but it's also according to him, you cannot start Mincha Sudat Gdola before Mincha Tana ever. Ever. Again, he wants you to pray Mincha and then start Sudat Gdola. You get the difference? Like this. If you start at 11 o'clock, big meal, Ramah has zero problem. Continue.
Yeah.
He is not worried about you losing, what's his name? You losing mincha. Because you have time, plenty of time. Good. But, let's say you're holding already 1 o'clock. You want to start the Seudah Gdolah, Hasur. According to Rabbi, it's Hasur, because now it's already time for Mincha Gdolah. Do Mincha Gdolah and go.
Yeah.
That's the typical Rama Ashkenazim style. First you do Mincha and then
It's
go.
not, the problem is not, it's not, for the way I understand, it's not just that you're gonna eat and you're gonna forget. You might get drunk.
That's right, that's very important.
But,
Yes.
but in the daytime, it's not so, we're not supposed to drink in the daytime. Unless
Again,
Shabbat.
no. You go to the Moroccans over here, they make Brit Milah at 11 o'clock. In Bnei Sfaradim, what do you think they're doing there?
Seudah mitzvah.
What do you think they're doing there? They're drinking, blue label, scotch, whatever you want. Enjoy it. Why not?
But that's usually in the morning.
No, 11 o'clock Brit Milah. What do you want? Why not? The guy is making a big thing on Sunday afternoon,
The
money.
Israelis, I remember I was at the last Brit Milah. Oh, there was Rabbi Abitbol.
Yeah.
There was an Israeli guy there. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, it's 11 o'clock. He's like, nobody needs to go to work.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a Yom Tov, man. Yom, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
At least, yes. Nobody's going to work, finish. My Syrians, Bechal, forget about it. It's a wedding at the Brit Milah.
Yeah.
They start a wedding, say Sunday, the Brit Milah is called for 11:30. You know, the whole day there.
Yeah.
Meal, this meal, that meal. Baruch Hashem, Shubrim. Why not? Chav Dalet. So specifically, we're talking about the marriage, or Brit Milah. Vehu adin pidyon haben. What about a pidyon haben? Even a small event, like a pidyon haben. Sheyesh sham harbe bnei adam mesubin yachad. It doesn't matter. As long as there's a lot of people, that's called Seudah Gdolah. Because there are a lot of people are schmoozing, people are talking, people forgot that there is actually work to be done, and they're enjoying themselves. Let's continue here. Says Mishnah Brura, what about V'yesh Omrim? What is this V'yesh Omrim? Kaveh. V'yesh Omrim da'afilu Seudah Gdolah samuk lemincha Gdolah shari. V'yesh Omrim Seudah Ktana afilu samuk lemincha Ktana shari. Okay, so some say, Rama says, so again, he brought you his opinion. His opinion is asur. He doesn't hold it's allowed. But some say you're allowed to start at 12 o'clock or 12:05 before Mincha Gdolah, or even 12:30. Let's say today Mincha Gdolah is 12:37, 38. You want to start 12:30 Seudah Gdolah. So some say yes, you're allowed to, and you're allowed to start even Seudah Ktana before Mincha Gdolah. Meaning Mincha Ktana is today 5. It's 3:30. You're starting 3:25. Some say not a problem. Start. Why? Let's see. Seudat Shabbat v'Yom Tov lo mikra Seudah Gdolah Beit Yosef. Oh wow, it's very important. We didn't finish with the Brura. The last line that Seudat Shabbat and Yom Tov lo mikra Seudah Gdolah Beit Yosef. That will not be constituting a big meal. So meaning you could start it. Let's say, for instance, here. Oh, it's amazing. Look at this beautiful Mishnah Brura. What's your problem? The problem is that Shabbat, most problem today is Shabbat. What time is Mincha Ktana? Mincha Gdolah, 12:38. Very good. What time are you coming home from the meal?
From what?
Shacharit. 12 o'clock. They have advised guests. 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Until they wash, until they sit down, it's already 12:10.
Yeah.
So how come you're allowed to start?
Do what?
How are you allowed to start? Shabbat meal. You have 15, 20 people. You're going to start right now, 12 15. 12:37, 38 is Mincha Gdolah.
Because the community prays at 5 o'clock.
Doesn't matter. He says that's not, according to Rama, does not have the problem. They don't have that kind of, what's his name? He is actually asur. He says it's asur, I don't care what.
Even Shabbat?
Oh, Shabbat is not Seudah Gdolah. What's the Seudah Gdolah? Even though it sounds like there's 25 people here, it's not called Seudah Gdolah. Shabbat is Seudah Gdolah, even with 25 people. I mean, they took that out of that calculation because, like you said, Mustama, that's going to be the excuses because everybody knows they're davening 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Because everybody knows.
But there's a problem. Early mincha is a problem because remember, when you eat Shabbat and people retire at 4 o'clock, they go to bed to rest 4 o'clock, 4:30 sometimes. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
There has to be somebody with a broom, a nice wife, standing with a broom and telling him stop drinking whiskey because he ain't gonna go to mincha. We have a problem.
Yeah.
It has to be done chacham einav v'rosho. Everything has to be done with wisdom. So same thing. Yom Tov, they are not called. Okay, let's see.
Isn't it going a little bit. I'm going to ask a very sensitive question.
Yeah,
How
that's
can
what we're here for.
how can we in general drink too much if the Birchat Hamazon is the mitzvah deoraita? I drink.
Beautiful,
Don't
beautiful.
get me wrong. I
Beautiful.
drink.
So
And
again,
I drink.
you're not allowed to get drunk. You have to know what you're saying. Now, so you gotta
We're
say
not allowed to say Amidah if we drank.
no. Okay, Amidah is asur because again, that's the it's called belial. We have a navi that calls you avodah zarah. If you do Birkat Hamazon, well, the Shmona Esrei while you
Amidah is
drunk.
not even the
No. The problem is whether it has Birkat Kohanim over there. Okay, since there's Birkat Kohanim, there's a Gzerah. Because remember, let's say you're going to say Mincha. No, still it's a Mincha is Birkat Kohanim. When? And Ta'amim. So make Gzerah on that. But Musag, there's a Birkat Kohanim. You're not allowed to. Same thing. So again, over there we have a problem, obviously, for the prayers. Birkat Hamazon, zero. Nobody has a problem with you being drunk.
And
Zero.
On Tzom, that's the
Because remember, Birkat Hamazon is honest Rahman Pater. So if you're drunk and you didn't bench Birkat Hamazon, you fell asleep. If you woke up on time and you have still saturated, you made Birkat Hamazon. What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
So you can still,
Yeah. But again, this is not a heter. Don't take me on a video now. Oh, Rabbi Sofer said you're allowed to drink and you can say Birkat Hamazon drunk. No, preferably not. But yes, you could say Birkat Hamazon drunk. And if you fall asleep, you fall asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, you fall asleep, what are you going to do? However, so then there's a question. If you woke up and it's still time for that you're still saturated, if you're safek deoraita, because Hamazon is deoraita, you don't know if you bench properly. If you know that you finished the first 3 brachot, then, and you fall asleep in the 4th bracha, then you don't repeat.
You don't repeat.
You don't repeat because it's the Rabbanan.
Yeah.
Right? If you fall asleep for sure, then yes. But if you doubt, in doubt you don't repeat. But if you fall sure, you repeat the whole Birkat Hamazon. When you're for sure that you didn't finish Birkat Hamazon. But if you finish Birkat Hamazon and you don't know, you were in doubt, you were falling asleep, you didn't fall asleep, what, where, and how, if you're holding, but you know for sure the first 3 brachot you said, it's the Oraita, the last is Birkat Rabbanan. You don't repeat. Okay. So now let's conclude here because we're going to start tomorrow fresh, a nice, beautiful Cholan Toveh, nice, delicious Mishnah Berurah on this concept, according to those who are Cholek and Ramah and say you're allowed to start even Mincha Gdolah 5 minutes before Mincha Seudah Gdolah before Mincha Gdolah, Seudah Ktada 5 minutes before Mincha Ktada. All those things we'll discuss tomorrow, Mishnah Berurah. Baruch Adonai Olam, Amen. Thank you for coming.